Hi everyone, my name is Cleus Glory Young and I'm the proud author of the Airport Adventure Live Safely bookazine and also the creator of the Kite Family, which are the main characters within the story portion of the Airport Adventure. So I just wanted to take this time out to just share an experience that I had with wearing the prototype sneakers, which is based on the last video that I posted. So for me, it was a real surreal experience that I encountered as I wore the prototype just to get a feel of it, of what it feels like wearing it and how are people out there reacting to it. So far, wore it once, got 4 compliments. 2 actually came from the airport. One of them is a little weird. So I'm going through TSA, and as you know, if you're going through TSA, there are certain things that you actually have to remove from your body. So the footwear is one of them. So remove the footwear, place it in the bin. I'm going through TSA to pick it up on the other side now, and then the TSA worker is actually there, and she picked it up. So it caught her attention, which is good. So it caught her attention, and she read the message, which is on the side of the sneakers. So she now began to relay the message to me and say, wow, this is good. And from there, we started a conversation, which actually intrigued another coworker of hers. So she came over and she wanted to know what is it that we're discussing. So at that point, she now relayed the message on the sneakers to her coworker. And that, for me right there, that was a 2 thumbs up. And here's why. So having a background in teaching, you were taught, or I was taught, that whenever you're able to teach a student something and the student is able to now take that message and relay it to someone else where they grasp the understanding of what is being taught, then the student actually understands the subject matter. So being there at the airport, and I'm now hearing the TSA worker relaying the message to her actual co-worker, and her co-worker was able to grasp the understanding of the message. For me, that was a 2 thumbs up, because I was like, yeah, she got it. So that was good. The little weird thing about that, I wasn't expecting for a TSA worker to walk up and pick up her sneakers. Come on, 2021, right? And we're in a pandemic and all this virus concept is going around, right? I wouldn't expect her to walk up and pick up her sneakers. But she actually did, and that's where we had a conversation. Actually, so there was no one behind me at that moment, so we actually had like a 5 to 10 minute conversation around the sneakers. And also, I found out because of my accent, she was like, "Hey, where you from?" Jamaica. And she's like, "Oh, my husband is from Jamaica." So that even made it more intriguing as well, that we're having a conversation around the sneakers, but also now around our background and our similarities. So that was good. So at that point, I felt proud that she was able to grasp the message that's on the sneakers. So that was, as I said, a 2 thumbs up. And then she was able to relay it to her co-worker, who also grasped the understanding of it. So that was good for me. With the overall feel of the sneakers, where I wore it, I didn't feel the comfort that I was looking for. Again, from the last video, I expressed how this was something that I bought from the store, and what happened, I have so happened to have a friend that does customized sneakers. So I was able to hire him to create the what is called the prototype. So for me, I know at some point that I have to go into that mode where I'm finding a sneakers that's gonna be comfortable for me. So while I'm wearing it, I could feel the comfort. I don't know about you, but when you wear something and you feel comfortable in it, it actually changes the confidence of how you stride in that thing that you're wearing. So for me, I want to feel comfortable. So I didn't feel that comfort that I was looking for. So I know I have to shop and look for sneakers that's gonna be of comfort. The look and everything, okay. So far it's okay, and I'm using the word okay. The colors, brilliant, because it caught the attention of the TSA worker, so that's good. One of the adjustments that I've made so far, which you can look at it So the last sneakers, the last time I showed it, there was no dot over the I. So Aviate, I placed the dot over it. And here's why now. So have you ever heard the concept dot your I's and cross your T's? So that's going to be a part of what this is about. So I'll just break it down in two concepts so you could really understand. The first one is not going to fully do the justice, but just get the understanding of what I'm saying. So pretend you're going to the airport and you reach to the airport now and you realize that you didn't have your passport, but you're now scheduled to go on an international flight, right? So you're at the airport, you don't have your passport, which means that you're not going to go on that flight. So it draws down to now the bottom line, meaning that you didn't dot your I's and cross your T's before you left your house, where you could have been in a position where you prepared yourself to say, hey, I need this, so when I'm at the destination, I could have it. Then it now helps me to go to where I need to go to. So that's that. So that's a part of it, right? But here's the other context now that's really gonna be a part of this sneakers as I fully develop it. So there's things that are out there that are beyond our presence, right? From a universal standpoint. So at some point in your life, you have to learn how to dot your I's. When you dot your I's, then whatever is out there, right, will cross your T's. Listen, when you learn how to dot your I's, something out there will cross your T's. And this is how things get aligned with what is it that you're doing. You can never do something that's of a big magnitude by yourself. There's universal principles out there that actually helps to align with you from taking it from what is called an idea to reality. So again, you have to learn how to dot your I's, and something out there will cross your T's for you, which is to align what is it that you're dotting. So that's that. So if you're not aware of this, it's not just something that I'm making up, it's also a part of the airport. So I'll give you two concepts. So there's something that goes on at the airport, and I know this for a fact. Every day the T's are being crossed. Every day at the airport the T's are being crossed. Every day at the airport the T's are being crossed. So again, you just have to dot your I's, and something else out there will cross your T's. And being that I'm aware of that, I actually look how they connect. So there's a character in here, and her name is Mistress T. And I named her that because I know what goes on at the airport where the T's are being crossed. So that's how I actually named her Mistress T. But that now comes back to this. Dot your I's and cross your T. You may go to the airport on a day-to-day basis and you wouldn't even know that there's T being crossed every day. See? That's what I'm saying. There are things that are out there that would work for you. And if that T at the airport is not crossed, you can get on that plane safely. And I know that. So that's what I'm saying. There are things that are put in place for you, but you would never know until your I's are dotted. So when you dot your I's, you go, and I'm just using this as an example. You go to the airport, you dot your I's, then everything is put in place for you and you go to your new destination. So that's a concept of what I'm developing around the sneakers. So I adjusted the prototype now and I placed the I on it. The dot over the I, where this is where it's going. I'm saying you have to learn how to dot your I's, and I could bring that to another level, right? Dot your I's. You have to see things. You can't just get up and say, hey, I want to be here in life. I want to do this in life, and you can't see it. But that's a whole nother level, but forget. So, yeah. See what I'm saying? These are things, listen. I didn't just sit down and write this. Like, everything is strategically placed in there. So things that you may not see, but it's still in there. Things that you may not be aware, but it's still in there. And in actuality, there's things on this cover that I could tell you specifically is related to this. This is where the idea comes from this cover. And you may look at the cover all you want and you may not see it. But that's how the idea came for this. So they're really connected, they're aligned. But it may look like, oh, it's a book, a zine, and it's a sneaker. But they're really connected. So that's that. So from my overall experience so far of just wearing it, as I said, I got 4 compliments, 2 from the airport, and which led to 1 really interesting discussion, and then 2 from the community. So that's that. So my avenue now is to really adjust this now to the point where I could get it comfortable. One of the things I always talk about, which is actually in the book, is mi casa es su casa. If it's not comfortable for me, I can't offer it for you. So that's that. So that's what I wanted to do, just take the time out and give you an update with it. So far I'm very pleased with what I've created so far as a prototype. I just have to do the same thing that I did with this. I went through, how would I put it? Do I want to use the word hell for you to really understand? I went through hell with this. But at the end of the day, I could tell you this. It didn't matter what I was going through, right? What really mattered for me was that I'm getting something that I'm comfortable with. So all the other things that were shared with me, and it even included the notion that I'm picky. Yeah. But at the end of the day, I got it. And whether I was picky or not, right, I got what I was looking for. This is why I keep doing these videos and say I'm so proud. You wouldn't even understand what I went through. But I did it. And I got my comfort. And if you're in life and you're doing things and things are not comfortable for you, the things that you're doing, you're living an unsafe life. So for me, I started to practice what is it that I'm really preaching. It says live safely. And I want to live safely with myself first, knowing that the things that I'm developing, right, they're comfortable to me. They may not be comfortable to other people, but at the end of the day, we all have our own life that we have to live. At the end of the day, I can't go to where I'm going to go and be responsible for what you said to me. I have to be responsible for what I said to myself and what I'm doing for myself. So for me, I have to find that level of comfort where I could say, yes, I'm satisfied with the life that I'm living. So this is going to go through that same process too. And so far, one of the things that I was looking at was the word aviate, which is a new context for me. Learning about the airport, which is the concept of aviation, taking something to a whole new destination, I fell in love with that concept. And for me, that was bringing me the comfort that I needed for my life. So I started to embrace it. Now I'm developing around the concept of aviate. I moved away from the concept of what is called elevate. I no longer use that context to relate to my life because that doesn't bring me comfort anymore. So when I utilize the word aviate, I'm meaning to myself that I'm doing something that's going to bring me to a whole new destination. And this is what's going on. So this developing a sneaker line, that's a whole new destination for me. I've never done it. It's a new possibility. And at the end of the day, it's comfortable for me because I'm like, wow, I need to wear something for myself where I feel comfortable. And if I'm able to do it for myself, I'm just hoping that I could do it for someone else. Mi casa es su casa. So at the end of the day, this is what it's all about. Finding the comfort within your own life. And a big part of that, right, comes from you now being in a position where you can aviate from the things that are not making you feel comfortable and safe with your life. And now you can be at a new destination, right? Where you can feel comfort, where you can feel safe. And this is what life is all about. Because at the end of the day, you can have all the people around you and you still don't feel safe. You can have all the money in the world and you're still not comfortable. You can have all the riches and wealth that are placed, and the internal aspect of who you are doesn't even resonate with you. This is one thing that when I'm saying that I'm proud of this has helped me to develop myself into where I could say I am comfortable in who I am, and I'm comfortable in what I'm able to share with this world, regardless or not if someone else think that I'm picky. I'm picky for a reason. You should be too. You shouldn't allow people to just give you whatever they want to give you, right? Yeah, because people will give you their worst. So, apart from that, this is where I'm at. It's about aviation for me. And the concept of aviation, the airport adventure, right? It's about the aspect of me taking the context of the word aviate, where I'm able to dot my I's, right? And something out there cross my T's, and I'm able to land at a new destination with my life to the point where I'm satisfied. And that's the point of where my life is right now. I'm satisfied. And this is why I keep on saying I'm the proud author of the Airport Adventure Live Safely bookazine. So I just wanted to take this moment to share the update with you. And I know I got into other things, but it's beneficial. So from me to you, be safe, stay healthy, and build new possibilities. God bless.